Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah.
Welcome to Werewolf Radar's news. I'm Roger, joined by Nate. Jordan is still in Scotland, working on his report on Scottish darkness. It's different than American darkness here. Like, when it gets dark here, it's dark. But in Scotland, it's a dark.
Oh, it's dark.
Oh, it's dark. So he's gone for right now. So say hello to him on his Twitter. Ask him how things are in Scotland. He's still online, but if you got questions about Scotland, now's the time to ask Jordan because he's fucking right there. Oh, apparently also a chat question we were solving before. The denizens of Nurgle, the third chaos god, is who you're fighting in Dark Tide, a video game.
All right.
But we're not talking video games. We are talking mysterious metallic orbs. This was brought to us in our Discord, I believe, by Cheesebot. Yep. Thank you, Cheesebot. Phenomenal story. Also, thank you, Spooky Appalachia, for sharing. The Pentagon confirms 3 F-22 fighter jets were scrambled to intercept UFOs. It happened last month. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. It happened last month over Hawaii. And yeah, it's charted. Internet Walrus on Twitter has the tweets. The text message was the following: Sir, this is TE613 AOC. And we have a current situation brewing here southeast of the Big Island, and leadership is asking if you have photo taking capability. So that's
a cell phone.
I do, sir. Get me to a jet. So that's something that happened last month. This month, we have confirmed mysterious metallic orbs flying all over the world. This is something that the Pentagon recently said at a NASA UFO panel. Before we start, please give us a 5-star review wherever you can. It's the best way to help us grow and support us for free. And of course, if you really can, visit us at patreon.com/Werewolf Radar, as we would like to be professional paranormal podcasters, like that Black Vault gentleman, you know, with his vault that's so shiny and black. We would like a Black Vault. Help us buy a Black Vault by going to patreon.com/Werewolf Radar. But now let's go into this mysterious orbs flying all over the world, the Pentagon is confirming. This is written by Becky Ferreira for Vice. Governments have spotted mysterious metallic orbs flying all over the world, in addition to many other types of UFOs or UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, as the Pentagon uses, according to the first public meetings of NASA's UAP independent study team, which was held on Wednesday. What date was that? Wednesday, May 31st. Speakers at the meeting emphasized the need to collect more high-quality UAP data and lamented the stigma surrounding this topic, which they said makes it less likely for people to report unidentified phenomena. Indeed, multiple speakers noted that members of NASA's UAP study have been subjected to harassment as a result of their work in this field. And I think that's something very common. A lot of wedgies in this field. It is real. This is from Nikki Fox. It is really disheartening to hear of the harassment that our panelists have faced online because they're studying this topic. NASA stands behind our panelists, and we do not tolerate abuse. Harassment only leads to further stigmatization of the UAP field, significantly hindering scientific progress and discouraging others to study this important subject matter. Also, do you like how I pronounce harassment? I think I'm going to start doing that. Harassment.
I think you should swing for it.
I'm going for it. To the moon.
You would think that after the number of years, all of these people would be like pretty used to online harassment.
I think they're used to face-to-face harassment or like harassment in the mail.
Either way, I mean, I'd be surprised if that was actually having a truly deleterious effect on the number of people going into the study of UAPs.
I think, though, it might be, and it doesn't really go into the type of harassment. Oh, I'm sorry, harassment that they are receiving, but I can only assume it to be the type of harassment that a lot of people receive online with such, and it's weird to say this about UFO study, but charged topics surrounding the government.
Right.
I think there's some flat earth people who are upset at all of this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think there might be, and this is all me assuming, I think just generally there's a lot of ill-minded. They got ill things on the mind.
Right.
Who just don't like the government.
People that are more whack job than
job.
Yeah.
So we're crazy as well. We're on the line online all the time, So no shade, except that we're not threatening government officials as they study UFOs. So a little bit of shade.
Well, I mean, come on, show us more studies, man.
Yeah, fair. We're those people who are just typing in all caps, "Show us your studies." With then like a picture of a lady whose boobs are out, but instead of you seeing the nipples, it's all like UFO on one and then studies on the other. Hashtag whip it out. So NASA's UAP study was convened in 2022 with the mission of investigating the origin and nature of UAPs with rigorous scientific standards using mostly unclassified data. So this is just a fraction of the data that truly could be out there, just that it has been released through FOIA and other disclosure projects. NASA and other agencies, such as the Pentagon, use the term UAP instead of the more widely known UFO because they're a bunch of SJWs. There, I said it. NASA. I swung wild there. Sorry. Saying harassment just really affected my brain.
Space Justice Warriors.
They're doing this in part to expand the scope of these studies beyond the aerial domain to include unexplained phenomenon in oceans, space, and on the ground. So that's why they're doing it. But truly, we're all talking the same stuff. UAP and UFO are synonymous. This team is made up of 16 members with a range of backgrounds, including Ninja, Palladian, and of course, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, oceanographer Paula Bontempi, and David Spergel, a Princeton astrophysicist who serves as the chair of study. The live-streamed meeting on Wednesday offered a sneak peek of some of the major findings of the study, which will be released to the public in a full report later this summer. Set your calendars for late summer. It's going to get hot in here. Maybe take off some of your clothes.
Take them all off. And then, have a fun radiation party inside of a UFO.
Fun radiation party. The meeting included a presentation by Sean Kirkpatrick, director of the U.S. Department of Defense's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, who shared tantalizing reports of unexplained metallic orbs seen at various locations on the Earth. I have that tweet is where the video is. I'm going to put that in the listen along, and of course in the chat. Nope, god damn it.
Is this like phantasm orbs?
It is no, this is like all the orbs, like what we talk about all the time.
Okay.
These are like metallic orbs seen in the sky. Orbs seen from the ground. Ones that seem to have weight, irregular movements, like just truly the metallic orb phenomenon is seen throughout the world, it seems. Like if we got a U.S. base there, if we got a U.S. base there, it seems they're reporting it.
I mean, yeah, they're probably ours.
The presentation that I put in our Discord, also go ahead, check out our Discord. You can find a link in our Twitter. The presentation followed up on Kirkpatrick's appearance before the Senate Armed Services Committee in April, where he initially described an image of one of these orbs that was taken by a U.S. military MQ-9 Reaper drone during routine mission in the Middle East in 2022. If you don't know what the MK-9 Reaper drone is, it's the one that kills all those people at weddings. This is a typical example, says Kirkpatrick, of the thing that we see most of. We see these all over the world, and we see these making very interesting apparent maneuvers. This one in particular, however, I would point out demonstrated no enigmatic technical capabilities and was no threat to airborne safety. So it's a mystery, but it doesn't seem to be a danger or even like a flight risk.
Forward.
Sorry, say that again.
So this one just kind of flew straight forward.
Yeah, just planned, like nothing that would affect.
Quickly.
Yeah. A mystery. No fucking clue what it is.
But a benign mystery.
We are still looking at it. I don't have any more data other than that, says Kirkpatrick. Being able to come to some conclusion is going to take time until we can get better resolved data on similar objects that we can then do a larger analysis on. Kirkpatrick also shared newly released footage of UAPs spotted during a aircraft training mission in the western United States that have been provisionally identified as commercial aircraft. He noted that the ARO, that Department of, what was it again? All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, receives on average 50 to 100 reports of UFOs per month. That sometimes sightings spike due to weird events. So during the Chinese balloon incident in February of 2023,
right, where people saw like 4 other weird objects.
But also things such as Starlink launches, not Starlink satellites, which have fooled people into thinking that they're UFOs, but the launches of those, people will see metallic orbs around, and not because the rockets explode sometimes. This is before the explosion. However, Kirkpatrick says that only about 2 to 5% of those reported UAP sightings turn out to be something mysterious worth researching. A majority, of course, as we all know, are able to be explained according to the government. Go on, Nate.
Oh, I was just going to say that. I mean, that makes sense to me.
Fair.
They almost always have some sort of reasonable explanation.
5% don't, Nate. Okay. And 5% out of 100 is
I mean, I guess if
5.
there's what?
That took me way too long to figure out. So like,
Well, you said
that's crazy on its own. And I know you agree with me.
They're getting like 150 reports per month on average.
50 to 100. I'll give them the most of it for easier math. But even at the lower one, that would be still 2.5. Sometimes I get a half one.
Well, and even if one of those turns out to be something extraterrestrial, that's huge.
Yes. Something continuing that math, you then have at least 24 UAP sightings worth researching, at least a year.
Yeah.
And more if weird shit's happening. Let's hear some words from the study chair, David Spergel, perhaps priest of the chaos third god Nurgle.
I was going to say.
Spergel of Nurgle says.
Fourth chaos god.
Yeah. The current existing data and eyewitness reports alone are insufficient to provide conclusive evidence about the nature and origin of every UAP event. They're often uninformative due to the lack of quality control and data curation. To understand UAP better, targeted data collection, thorough data collection, and robust analysis are needed. Analyses? Should I say analyses? I'll try it.
Sure.
Next article. Such an approach will help to discern unexplained UAP sightings. Come on, ad, stop this. But even then, there's no guarantee that all sightings will be explained. And that's the news, everyone.
That's the whole point of the U in UAP.
Exactly. That's the news, everyone. Metallic orbs are everywhere, according to the Pentagon. And they have a panel that will prove it. They'll be like, we saw this here. We don't know what it is, but it's been here. Scott Kelly, I think he was the astronaut. He's on the panel. He was the astronaut. There's an oceanographer. And that implies, too, that if UAP is made to expand the definition of such things, then they're admitting, too, that we see this in the oceans. We see this on the land. Like, these things are all over the place. What happens if disclosure comes while we're alive, Nate? What happens if we're able to shake hands with an alien?
Well, I think we probably have a rapid influx of strange new technologies that we don't understand, and then we accidentally destroy ourselves with them.
With the new technology we don't understand?
Yeah, exactly.
What's that new technology going to be? Some sort of holodeck room to where we just live inside of it, forget to eat real food, and then starve to death?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, we kind of we're already heading that direction anyway. So maybe more like a cancer cure, but we take it a little further, thinking, we can change this thing up to actually utilize the cancer, create new organs within people.
Ooh.
Then we get like an Akira situation.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, but I was phrasing it as, and then we give human to cancer. All right, everyone. If you like what we do, one more time, give us a 5-star review wherever you can. If you haven't, just know that it's probably one of the best ways to help any podcast out there. It gets their name out. It lets people know that it is something worth listening to. It is a positive engagement for Mr. Algorithm. And it's just fun. Write fun things in there. Say that we helped you and your marriage. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't, but that would be a fun review to read. A paranormal show helping the marriage. And if you really, really like what you do, become a patron. We call them Dark Council members. Go to patreon.com/Werewolf Radar, where you can give a small financial donation and help us on our adventure to becoming professional paranormal podcasters, where we will buy our own black vault and we'll release all sorts of files, our taxes, our birth certificates, all sorts of crazy things you would put in a vault.
We won't need those things anymore.
Cheesebot, Cheesebot, who currently owns all of our social security card numbers, says it's well worth the money. So think about it. Think about owning the host's social security card numbers. And now on the count of 3, our super duper secret sign off line from one Dylan Gutierrez, Dark Council member extraordinaire. 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void. Space persons, whomever.
Never existed, so if you understand that